Hey there, guys. It's Becca here. So, Marky and I were just talking about something on our ride home, and I thought this was like the perfect opportunity to talk to you guys about something that's been on my mind a lot lately. Um, and it's about people finally taking action on whatever it is that they are wanting to do, like literally anything that you're wanting to do. And so I asked him, what he's hesitating for, like why is he holding himself back and why is he not doing all of these things? And he says because it can't be that easy. Like it can't be this easy to do the things you want and to actually go for it, basically. But then we got into like what's causing you to hesitate. And I don't know if you guys have read or listened to the Mel Robbins 5 second rule. It's freaking amazing if you haven't. So check that out for sure. But it made me realize like he's fucking thinking. As soon as he gets that impulse to take the action, he's thinking. And then he's got, the 5 seconds from the thought, the 5 seconds to take that action before his mind starts to talk him out of taking that action. So he hesitates. And part of the hesitation is that he doesn't have the courage to act on it. And that's what a lot of people's problem is that they just don't, you've had the thing that you want, this thing that you like, oh, if only I could do that, if only this happened. Like this only happens for other people because, they just fell into it. They're lucky, or they have all of these opportunities working for them and not going against them. Like my life circumstances are nothing like theirs. That never worked for me. No, it is that easy. They took the chance, like they took the action when the chance was presented to them. So they were brave in the moment and they had the courage and they acted on it. So what I wanted to talk about was maybe you're wanting to try something new for yourself and you're wanting to do whatever that thing is, but you hesitate. And no matter, what you do, like you tell yourself, oh yeah, I'm worked up, I'm going to do this, I'm going to take the action, you freeze. You're so close to doing it, but it's like you catch yourself and it's like that, oh, but what if this doesn't work out? Like, what if this happens? You hesitated, you froze. You have all these what if thoughts, and then that trickles down into all these other what if thoughts. And then that's kind of like it's like this pit of disaster. Because when you go down this what if path, then your mind goes into like all of these reasons why something isn't going to work for you. So it's like, what if I fail at this? What if my partner or my spouse or my friends, what if they all freak out? What will so-and-so think if I do this? Will I even be able to make all of this stuff work? Like, will I? Like, what if? So, and then maybe you feel like, oh my God, I just bit off way more than I can freaking chew right now. What if then it's like, oh, what if I do fail? What if I spiral into that pit of disaster? And like, this is all going through your head in 5 seconds. It's crazy. And these are the thoughts that keep you stuck and keep you frozen there and not moving forward. And these are the moments that you have to call upon something, and that takes courage, and that takes being brave and believing in yourself and feeling like you're worthy of it. So when you're able to take the action and finally go for that thing instead of hesitating and you're having your brain freak out, like you actually physically move and you do it, and it's liberating on the other side of that. And when you start getting into that cycle of doing this stuff, you realize that the whole time all it took was for you to have the courage to step up and do it, and do the thing that you knew this whole time you wanted to do, because everything in your life happens for you. It doesn't happen to you. So, everything happens at exactly the right moment, exactly in the right way at the right time. So, courage, or you can choose comfort, but you can't have both. So, you get in that place where you freeze, and that's choosing comfort. That's not taking the brave, courageous step forward. And you can go through life hitting the easy button, because that is the easy button. Staying in the comfort zone is the easy button. Or you can choose to act when this urge arises and actually do the thing, whatever that thing may be. And just imagine how satisfied and accomplished and proud of yourself if you felt, if you called yourself to more, like when you was going to the gym, like how great would it feel if you got your ass to the gym? How Like when I go there, it makes me feel really light and airy. And after I go, I'm like, thank glad I didn't talk myself out of that. Or imagine how, loved your family would feel if you told them how much you appreciate them, or that one person, maybe it's a coworker, like if you just actually told them, like, I appreciate you for this. How awesome would that make them feel? How awesome would that make you feel for being courageous enough to acknowledge them? Because you probably want to be acknowledged as well. So just imagine how great things could be if you, did these things that put you in this like hell yes place. Just, imagine the connection that you would start building with everybody if you were coming from that place of, oh my God, this is freaking amazing. So it's in these moments when you have to push through the fear and just do it anyway. Have you guys experienced any of that before, where you feel like you want to do something and then you just don't do it for some reason? If you have, just say yes. So something else I wanted to get into, this ties so well into this program I just created, and I'm really excited about it. And the whole reason I'm talking about this now is because I would love it if you guys share this, because I love your support, and I know that somebody probably falls in to what I'm about to talk about, and it's all about feeling worthy and feeling like you're not able to have the things you want in life. And I know this program is so freaking epic, and it's so freaking amazing, and it can literally change your life if you are willing to do the work. And you're probably wondering, who the hell am I to, say something like that? How can I say that I know this is going to work? Well, I know is so freaking cool. And I can say that because I have been in that place where, I felt like I was constantly hesitating and not moving forward because that's it, I was hesitating. I didn't feel like I was worthy of having the things that I wanted. Like I wasn't worthy of creating all this stuff. Like, I had a lot of stuff going on in my life, and it wouldn't be as awesome as it is right now if I didn't feel like I was worthy enough to have all of this stuff, or worthy enough to go to the next level. And, through working through my own doubts and my own hesitations and my own unworthiness and whatnot, I realized my struggles was molding me and callousing my mind into being this person that could show up and help other people exactly like that, exactly like you, move through that, so that I can help you see how you are worthy and that you always have been. You just haven't seen it for yourself. Because like I said, life is always happening for you. It doesn't happen to you. Everything that's happened in your life has set you up to be in exactly the right place at exactly the right time. Like right now, you're here probably watching this or watching the replay for a reason. Like that means there's something that told you to come watch this. So this is the permission that you've been waiting for. This is your chance to discover how worthy you are to live your life in a way that makes you feel confident and beautiful and deserving and completely worthy of having all of that and more. So like I said a minute ago, be sure to share and like this video. I love the support, and sharing is caring. And you never know who you know that may need to hear this. You never know. So if you're just joining us, I was just talking about claiming your worthiness and the 5-second rule from Mel Robbins and hesitating and all of that stuff. And I'm just going to dive into my worthy program just a little bit deeper. So right now, you probably feel like you don't, and probably maybe you feel like you don't deserve what you have in your life, or you feel like there's things that are happening for you that you're not worthy of having or worthy of creating. And maybe you feel like you don't deserve to make the changes that you know you need to make. And you can probably ask yourself, like, who am I to ask for the things that I want and ask for the things that I need? Like, who am I to take charge of my life? Like, who am I to put myself above other people? Or who am I to put myself? And, that goes with, your job, your career, your relationships, your health and wellness, whatever your lifestyle is. Like, who am I, if you're trying to get healthy, like, who am I to eat these right foods so that I feel better, so that I have the energy to play with my kids, and so I can, outlive, or so that they can outlive me. You want to do those things and stop eating all this crap that your spouse brings home that, you know, maybe they think you'll enjoy it as much as they do. And they guys, that's how they know how to connect with you, right? So you want to pull your hair out though in those moments, because you know those moves are the ones that are going against the things that you want. Like what you ultimately want is to probably feel like you're in charge of everything that's going on in your life. You know, are you worth eating in a way that makes you feel amazing? Are you worth taking the time out of your day to care for yourself? I mean, it's not really taking any time out of your day, really. Are you worth taking, you know, are you worth the time of those around you and those in your life? Are you worth being recognized and acknowledged for all the hard work and all the stuff that you do? Yeah, who doesn't want to be? Like, you are worthy of all of that. You are so worth it, and you're worth every bit of that and then some. And right now you might be triggered, and that's totally okay. Like, you know, maybe thoughts would be like, what if I do put myself first and other people think that I'm being high maintenance, or they think I'm being self-centered, or they think that I'm better than them? You know, what if I do that, and what feels right for me now, what if that makes my friends or my family fall away? Like, what if this journey separates me from my spouse? You know, it's like, maybe you've thought, like, I've always been afraid of them, you know, falling away, and making a change like this, like something this big, maybe that final push, that was too far, but you never know if you don't try. So what if claiming what you want and believing you're worthy just gave you the connection with your loved ones that you've been longing for? Like, what if you were better able to relate with yourself, and then you could relate with all the people who matter in your life? You know, what if knowing you're worthy of that lifestyle, of a lifestyle that works for you, meant that you got to be the best version of you, that brought your loved ones closer to you because you're showing up for yourself in this epic new way? You know, this is all yours for the taking. It really is. And if you knew all the answers and what to do, you wouldn't be feeling stuck where you are right now. It's that simple. You know, you wouldn't reach for whatever foods, or maybe the alcohol, or if you're a smoker, you wouldn't reach for that cigarette when your emotions flare up. You know, when you think of all those unhappy things or how miserable you feel and nobody gets it. Well, I get it, and I hear all the stuff you're going through, and I'm just calling you to more. Like, step up for yourself, because you are not alone. A lot of people, when they're in this place, they think, like, oh, I'm the only one going through this. No, you're not. Everybody, like, other people, not everybody, but other people go through this stuff a lot too, every single day. You know, there are so many beautiful, strong, amazing women who feel the same way, and I know that because I've been there in my groups. You know, they're there, they speak what's going on, so I know you are not alone. So this program is perfect for those who are tired of putting everyone else's needs ahead of their own. It's for the emotional eaters who know why they do it but can't face their emotions alone. It's for those who are tired of thinking people judge them for who they are and how they look. And it's like, you know, something around that is that those people's judgment is not, they're not judging you. They're triggered, and maybe they are judging you, but maybe they're triggered because they see something in you that they are judging themselves about, or they see something in you that you can't see yourself, and it's something that they aspire to have for themselves. And this is also for those of you who feel like, you know, you're not deserving of the love you have in your life, or you're not worthy to have a life that makes you feel good. You know, for those of you to believe that it's not okay to ask for help. That's so silly. It's always okay to ask for help, always. But you probably think it's not okay because you've probably been taught that you should be able to do it on your own. And, you know, you have to do it on your own to prove your worth to people, to prove that you're capable, right? And there's also probably some perfectionism going on in there, and there's that little part of you that's trying to control everything in your life instead of you allowing you to live your life in the moment and in the present state. So right now, you also probably are taking on too much crap, and you end up feeling really anxious, and then that probably puts you into like this panic attack or an anxiety attack, and then you end up feeling the whole flood of emotions that you didn't want in the first place. So then what do? Your next step is probably to numb out from that. So you probably eat something, you drink something, or maybe you smoke something to block out those emotions and to block out that pain. And you do this because you don't want to feel all of that pain. And the only way to deal with it is to feel it and learn why you're experiencing it in the first place. And until you understand what's going on with that, then your behaviors won't change and you won't feel like you're worthy to go the next step and to do the next thing or do the thing that you feel like you're called to do. Because like I've said before, you cannot will yourself into changing long term. You just can't do it. Willpower and motivation is not what makes you change for the long term. Those things work short term, like, it works for a couple weeks or maybe a month, but if that worked, it would have worked by now for you. And unfortunately, it will continue getting worse until you address what's going on underneath the surface. So if you're ready to claim your worth and you're ready to be called to more and you're tired of beating yourself up because you didn't do your day perfectly, you didn't get all the stuff done on your task list, and you finally just want to enjoy your life and be in the moment and live in the now instead of, oh, I'll take care of me whenever that one thing happens or whenever this happens, then I'll finally do that thing. So, and you're ready to learn the why behind all these things that are triggering you and the feeling that you're not worthy and the emotional eating, and then do the work to heal whatever is causing you to feel that way, then you can step up and do the real work. Like, you have to acknowledge it first. And this is exactly what we'll be doing together in Worthy. It's 12 weeks of learning to actually show the fuck up for yourself and putting you front and center instead of everybody else in your life. You'll go through feeling all of the emotions and release the tension and resistance and just let it all strengthen you. And this is also a journey of just owning yourself. Like, you have to own everything that you're doing. You're going to be shaking off the judgment and the fear and the rules that are limiting you from your own, from owning your worthiness. This is a choice to enter to the arena. That's my mentor's term. I love it. But this is a choice to enter into the arena where you tell the fucking truth to yourself and let yourself strengthen and grow into the person it takes to feel worthy of having whatever it is you want to have. In this program, we will get super duper crystal clear on what's stopping you from taking charge of your health and your life. And I'll get you past that wall that it feels like you keep running into for some reason. It feels like you're going along, you're making progress, and it's like you hit that fucking wall again. I get that. We will get past that. We'll look at the behaviors and the beliefs and all the emotions that are stopping you from actually moving forward. And we're going to remove the fog. We're just going to push it away, get rid of it, clear it away so that you can see crystal clear what needs to be done to get on the other side of that wall. And by the end of all that, then you will know exactly what you want, what triggers you, how to deal with your emotions so that you can stop filling your day with all the bullshit tasks and excuses and the to-dos and this feeling like you aren't worthy to have all of this stuff, and do it from a place that makes you feel good. And you'll know how to make yourself thrive when others around you are trying to bring you down. Because unfortunately, it does happen. It happens every single day. Somebody sees that you are doing something epic. They see that you're all bubbly and positive, and they're like, oh, but let me be Debbie Downey here and bring you back down to my playing field. It's like, no, don't be negative, Nancy. But you'll learn how to thrive when others pull the BS card on you. And you'll approach life from the place of being worthy to live in that kind of epic way where you feel like you're worthy of all that stuff. So what's required of you? Like, how do you have to show up in this? Like, what's your investment? Well, you actually have to show up and do the work. And that means you have to be present on the calls and refrain from multitasking, because when you're doing that, that's the part of your brain that's basically telling you, don't do this because it could get you in trouble or it could kill you. Like, it's freaking out, so it's not letting you have your full attention. And you have to be authentic and honest and speak up for what you actually want. And that can be really hard sometimes. You just have to let it be okay to not know all the answers. That is, that's what I'm here for. It's to help you dig out the answers. And you have to be willing to take the risk and try new things and stretch beyond your current experience. Ultimately, you have to be responsible for your own results, which includes asking for the support when you need it. Like I said earlier, if this is your permission to ask for the help. And that includes being patient with yourself and, honoring whatever our relationship is and celebrating your wins and your shifts and all the accomplishments and the excitement through this program. So yeah, through this experience, then we will get crystal, I think let's say crystal on what's stopping you from taking charge of your life and feeling worthy of everything that you have. And I'll help you, like I said, get past that wall. Let me see where I'm going. I lost my spot. So yeah, guys, this is all yours for the taking if you're really ready to do the real work. You guys are totally worth it, every single one of you. You are worthy and deserving of living your life on your terms. You are worthy of other people's attention and their affection and their love. And you're worthy, you are worthy enough to take care of yourself on a deeper level, to actually do what makes you feel good. And you are worth your time and effort. And nobody else will see your worth until you do, until you learn to recognize how important you are, and that you do have a lasting impact on your world and an impact on other people's lives and an impact on yourself. And until you realize that, then you're not going to be able to change and shift that. And you won't see what everyone else probably already says they see in you until you believe that you are actually worthy enough of owning that version of yourself. So if you are ready to claim your worth, then I invite you to send me a message, and be sure to share and like this video. Like I said earlier, I love the support from you guys. You guys have always been super supportive and continue to be so. And you never know who that may need to hear this, like right now. There's a reason you're listening to this. So you never know who might need to hear it. So I invite you to share and like it. And my intention is to reach as many people as possible. And I cannot do that without your guys' continued support. So thank you guys. I'll catch you later. Have a good weekend, by the way. Stay safe.